What's going on, guys? It's CJ back for another SCUM update video, and today we have the brand new patch which is dropped with the M82 Barrett rifle and a couple of other cool features. Before we get into today's video, I just wanted to show you guys the rebranded Scums of Anarchy server. We are trying to lift this back off the ground. It caters for both playstyles, PvP and RP, and this is the current map that we have at the moment. You can either play it solo, you can join a gang, or you can just participate solo in the events, or just live on the island. There's no rules, everywhere's pretty much PvP except from your A1 and your A2 areas, which we have exclusive benefits at the Tech 1 Retail Park, and we also have fame missions, other missions involving NPCs and admins, and we do weekly events. So if you're looking for somewhere pretty chill to hang out, or you're just looking to join a gang and just find some people to play with, then Scums of Anarchy is for you. The Discord link is in the description, so if you would like to check it out, then feel free. So here we are, guys, the patch notes for the 24th of May 2019. The big thing obviously being the M82, which has finally arrived, the high-powered sniper rifle. So we will go over a little bit on that and we'll show you guys some of the new features, but we did cover this last week in a video, so if you would like to see that, the link will be in the description. If you want to skip ahead to the gameplay, the timestamp will be coming up on your screen now, so feel free just to skip over as we discuss these patch notes if you have already read them. So as I said, the big thing is the M82. It comes in 3 skins. You have desert, black and snow, and you also have the scopes which are skinned as well. The devs have also done some work on the car shader. You might remember Robert from last week, who pretty much just said that Scum shit and it looks like shit. So the devs took it upon themselves and they have done a little bit of work on the colouring scheme and the shaders, etc. in the game. The other big thing that was added is diving. Now you'll notice here that you have different views, and this is basically when you have the masks equipped in the game. The mask will help you breathe in, and they'll also help you get to some of the more harder to reach areas, but we will show you some of them in the game. These are the two different masks that you can get. One has a breathing tube and one is just the normal mask. In the first person view, if you've got a mask equipped, then you'll see the outlines at all times, and you can now interact with objects that are obviously on the seabed as well. These are some of the shipwrecks. We've yet to find any, so if you do come across some, then please let me know in the comments. And now with the M82 rifle, you can now explode heads. In last week's video, we showed you exactly what that looked like. However, there's now some cool new things, like shooting somebody in the BCU with a normal pistol or a normal gun will also make their head explode. They've added in some new archery achievements, which are finally here, and they've also explained exactly what these is. I will let you guys go over them. And they have added in a little bit more music. So when you're driving along, listening to Scum Radio with John Dick, you can listen in to quite a few new bits as well. The other things is language updates, and they have some bug fixes. I can't say I ever had that bug, so pretty unfortunate if you were one of those players who killed themselves when you unlocked a player achievement or a kill player achievement. It was pretty unfortunate. Fixed the bug with the quad where you couldn't unmount if there was something blocking you from above. I have had that, so it's good to see that now fixed. A fix for incorrect penis size calculation. You might have been living a lie this whole time. Well, that hurts right in the feels. And a couple of more bug fixes there which you can read through. Some quality of life additions. Ladders can now not be climbed if the entry or exit point is obstructed by a vehicle. Before you could just clip through the ladder with anything in the way. Extended placement checks for placing blueprints. This should fix the issue with making blueprints in walls and trees, so that is a really good fix. Prisoner head will now always explode if shot directly in the BCU. We'll test this in the gameplay as well. Digestion shouldn't stop earlier when digesting low durability food. Rebalance several types of ammunition. Lead plates are easier to get. The screwdriver now does not get damaged on use anymore, so that's good if you are a handy lockpicker. They've also adjusted the rate of the MK18 from 700 RPM to 950, and they've decreased the M16 from 750 to 700. I have tested the MK18 and I can now confirm that it is beastly. It is even better than it was before. For me personally, it was a good gun. However, it just didn't have that killer edge, and it is now much more scarce than the M16. That's why they increased the damage gap, so that's good. And as always, we have edition 10 of the comics, which gives us more information on how Jake came to the island. That's all the notes for today. We're going to jump straight into the gameplay, so here we go. So let's have a look at the M82 Barrett. Now, last week, if you haven't seen the video, we also had a sneak peek of it before it was actually released in this week's patch. So we aren't going to go over everything, however, we're just going to go over the basics really and a couple of extras that you guys will probably find out as you play, and you'll just realise that yeah, this gun kicks ass. Now, obviously, this gun, if you haven't looked at it, it is extremely heavy. It's 14 kilos. Your SVD, I believe, in-game is only 4.6, so it kind of gives you an idea how heavy this is. The magazines itself, once they're full, are 2.2 kilos, and your packets of ammo, which also take up 2 slots, are 1.9 kilos. So you're going to need to have a lot of inventory space to carry some rounds for this, and you're also going to make sure that you don't overstack them, because there's no point in going out with a bag full of ammo. You're not going to be able to pick up anything else. Now, because the gun is so heavy, it's actually going to drain your stamina. So when you aim it, you'll see there that my stamina is going down quite fast. So you're probably going to get about maybe 30 seconds estimate of holding this before your character is going to run out of stamina, and then he's going to drop it. So what we're going to do just now is we're actually just going to take a shot at one of these prisoners, just so you can hear the gun and you can see the damage that it does. And that was a double headshot because I'd spawned in an NPC prisoner right behind him. So you can see there that my guy is already getting breathless. He hasn't been able to hold that for very long. And if you're wondering what that view was when I was aiming in, it was because I had a diving mask equipped. So we're going to take that off quickly and we'll finish this guy off. The M82 comes in 3 forms. It comes in black, it comes in snow camo, and it comes in desert. You get different coloured scopes for them as well. So have a look around the island. You'll find them in military loot bunkers. They are quite hard to find, but once you've got one, you're going to want to keep it. Right, what I want you to do is just shoot me in the chest. Let me just run back a little bit.
God, I'm at like 6 frames a second.
Just shoot me right in the chest.
Ready? My
Go
poor
for it.
graphics card.
Okay. Well.
Yeah. I'm dead.
Yeah, I ain't gonna.
Yeah.
Yeah, that tan vest is gonna do jack shit.
I kind of want to test it on my car now.
Okay guys, so one of the things that was added this week was diving, and you now have masks in the game which are going to improve your sight or your field of view when you're under the water. I'm going to show you guys the mask first, and then we're going to have a little look when we go inside this cave here. Now the masks at the moment are just a diving mask with a breathing tube, and then you have your simple diving mask. There is also a item which has been added in that I found in the spawn codes, which is a small oxygen bottle. I don't know if you guys can see this, but it does actually attach onto your guy's character if you equip it. Now when you go into the water here without the masks, you'll see that the view is extremely blurry. When we go back up here and equip one of the masks, you'll see that our vision improves underwater and we can now see everything. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to have a little look at one of these underwater caves, which is located up in D4. I'll show you guys exactly what's in there. This may take us a while because swimming is pretty slow at the moment. But diving is one of the new skills which is going to be obviously worked on by the devs. They're going to add more locations in. It's going to be a new way of hiding loot, and it's just a cool new way of basically exploring. In this cave here there isn't really much to look at, however there is some spawn points which sometimes you can get your hands on some guns. We'll just go underwater now and show you exactly what we can see, because you can now pick up stuff underground as well. In this cave there's actually only a chest, which if you go to the bottom over here, there is a chest which is just covered by this little cliff edge here, and it does actually spawn some stuff in. Now you can see there it's spawned in some AS Val. You can pick that up, and let's just see with the blueprints if we're able to craft the blueprint. Yes, we can. So they've doubled the weight that you can now carry on your body before you basically sink and drown. At the moment we don't really have anything on our character because we're just playing in single player mode, so I can show you guys all the new items very quickly. But that's diving. It's a pretty cool feature, and hopefully we're going to see more added on in the future. So guys, that's pretty much covering everything from the patch this week. Before I leave you guys, I thought I would just show you something cool, which is just an underground cave, which we're just going to explore. I haven't done too much of these, so we're just going to go down and see exactly what is under these now that we can dive and not have to worry too much about actually drowning. This goes down pretty damn far actually. I did not expect this. So if you're wondering where this is, it's right at the bottom of A2. If you have a look at the map right now, I am at the very, very bottom on the island. Let's just see if there's anything that we could find in here. Going on further, just to let you guys know that there is going to be a little bit of a delay in getting some videos out to you. There's probably going to be a break on the channel for quite a while. I am going on holiday for 3 weeks next month, so I'm trying to get as much content as possible for you guys so I can upload it whilst I'm away, so you guys still have stuff to watch. What I would ask is, however, just stick with us. We are obviously just taking a break. We're not going to be disappearing forever, so I would appreciate if you guys could stick around. Also, big thanks to everybody who subscribed on last night's stream. We have now hit over 900 subs, so we are well on our way to 1k. If you've liked this video, as always, leave a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you want to see more, turn on the bell, that way you will see any new content that we upload. And if you have any feedback for us, then please drop a comment, let me know what you think about the video, let me know what you think about the direction that SCUM's going at the moment, and just your general overall thoughts or any questions that you guys have for us. I think that's pretty much it. So you can see here there's actually quite a lot of places that you could store some loot if you really wanted to. But we're going to end this here, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.